So, this is a little exercise I do with them. I do it with a lot of the studs. This stud's pretty woolly, pretty proud of himself. And this little thing here is all I want him to do is practice focusing on me. Every time his attention goes away from me, I'm going to get his attention, see if I can draw him to me. Horses can only think of one thing at a time, and stud horses in particular don't like to be controlled. They have other things on their mind than what a mare or a gelding would have. And it's really important with a stud that you can get his attention without beating on him and without jerking on him. You want to be able to just get his attention and have him come to you mentally, physically, and emotionally. And this is how I get that process started. Beating on studs doesn't fix anything. All it does is teach them how to fight and spook. What happens with the stud is they do something wrong and then you hit them. Pretty quick to get to where they do something wrong and spook automatically because they know you're going to hit them. Well, that ain't the way this is going to go down. It's just called focus on me, give me your attention. I do it with a lot of them that need it. This one here is pretty bad for when you go in the stall to catch him. He'll turn around and back up to you, and he's never kicked me, but that's sure a bad recipe. I don't want him doing that. Here's how it goes. I want to get his attention. There. Right. Right. Pretty hard for him to focus. And I'm not chasing him. Not going to run him out of air. He's not looking at me, so I'm going to get his attention. Right there. And I'll drop that flag down. Now I got his attention. I'm going to go pet him. Kind and soft. Now can I bring him to me a little bit? Now can I pet him? You gotta watch with these studs. They'll push on you. You don't want them pushing on you. Every time he leaves, I'm just going to get his attention. There's nothing over there that's more important than me. There. He has to focus. He has to learn to focus. He has a tough road ahead of him. And if he can't focus on me, it's going to be even tougher. There we go. And one thing that you can't do is treat him special because he's a stud. He's just a horse. But if you don't have him focusing on you, you're putting yourself in danger. I want him to look at me. There. Pull him. I can get his mind for just a minute at a time. If he's ignoring this, there. When he looks at me, I'll back off. That's a starter. But now he's back to doing that again. Get his attention. And bring him to me. When you've got both eyes, pull him to you.
Welcome to the 1.FM radio network. If you're enjoying our totally free range of radio channels with all genres of music covered, then tell your friends.
And when I'm getting his attention, I'm not doing it by hitting him.
About 1.FM,
I'm doing it by
here. Classical, reggae,
getting
blues,
bigger,
chill out,
not touching him though.
90s, dance,
Not
jazz,
gonna
and
hit him.
country. Whatever your style, whatever your mood, we've got it covered. There's something for everyone at 1.FM. The music starts here.
There. There. He's just going out of his way to ignore me, isn't he? But he can't ignore me. He has to learn this lesson. There. There. These studs are wonderful to work with after they decide that you have value to them. And you're not going to get them to decide that by hitting them. They have to respect you, and you have to respect them. If he looks away, I'll just get his attention again. Now he's fixated on this post. Now he just left me. You have got to take the time to get in their head. To me, yes. But then you have to pay attention when they're coming into you, that they're not coming in aggressively to push on you. They have to come into you. You have to hold your ground to prove to them that you can, and reward them for coming in. Because if he ignores you all the time down here, they're going to ignore you all the time everywhere. It's just my thoughts. pull him to me a step. But he's had quite a bit of practice kind of ignoring humans. He tolerates them. And he's pretty easy to get along with. But the piece that's missing is he thinks we work for him, he don't work for us. There we go. And if I can at least control his attention, eventually I'll control his whole body. I want to pull him to me. He has no desire to come to me because I haven't proven to him that I have any value. Seems like I've always got stuff laying on the ground around here. And I rode that job when I come in. Because that is an endorphin trigger. That was a nice few steps. But he left me. I gotta get it again. My goal would be to draw him clear up there to that camera. And every time he ignores me, I'm gonna do whatever I have to get him to focus on me. Because this is his attention span. And his desire to hook onto me. He's tolerating me now. And tolerating me is okay, but I want more. I want him to want to be next to me. And this isn't a situation where you want to make him move. This isn't a situation where you want to punish him or hit him. He has to decide to come to me. The only way that I know how to do that is when his attention wavers, is get it back on me. Until all he can think about is me. See him look away? to me. I'm going to wake up. I want his curiosity to be enough that he'd come to me. He's got a lot of anxiety. He's using that third eyelid quite a bit. There's just a part of his mind that's switched off. He's never had to interact with another human in this way. It ain't a bad thing. It ain't a good thing. It just is what it is. I want him to say, "Come on in, big guy." I want him to draw to me so he can get a scratch. Right now, scratches don't mean much to him. He's pretty comfortable in this spot here, so I'm going to take him out of this spot. And we work on this up here. See if we can get him to look at us here. You don't knock the camera off the tripod there. There. He has to look at me. There. There. If he looks at me, I'll give him a pat. Yeah. Like that. Now he left. He's looking at me. No, he left. There. Good. Every time he looks at me, I'm going to give him a pat. Yeah. Can I bring him a step? Can I bring him a step? If you put him in a situation where paying attention to you is the only option, and then they practice paying attention to you because of the situation that you put them in, pretty quick they don't know how to ignore you. And we don't want this stud to learn how to ignore us. But he only gets petted if he's looking. Never chase their face. So if his face is out here, I'm going to get his attention. Both eyes, we're going to pet him. And we'll just keep repeating this over and over and over until to get his attention, all we have to do is present ourselves. Yeah. He's looking the other way. Get his attention. him into me. Go up here and give him a pet. Can I pull him a step this way? Yes. Give him a pet. Block him. He's not allowed to push, remember? So it's a fine line that you have to walk. You want him to come up to you, but you want him to come up to you kindly, respectfully. You don't want him coming up to you to see if he can move you. And studs will do that. I'm going to see if I can get him to give some ground right here. Yeah, that's good. Studs don't like to give ground. This is a smart little stud. And we just keep repeating this until him focusing on me is the only way he knows. And you'd be well served if you have a stud colt to get this done. Just thought. Hope that helps. Bye.